Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I don't be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all. This me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve, honey. Happy Friday Eve. How y'all doing? We are on Twitch. Listen, we trying to do some things. We're moving and shaking and going in other directions. So we are on Twitch. I'm not asking anybody to go and create a Twitch account, but if you are already on Twitch, please go ahead and subscribe to my Twitch. I still have not been able to get the TikTok set up, but I think I'm just have to go back to what I was doing before and just have the two devices set up and do it that way. But welcome. You say Twitch is faster. Okay. Hey, sweet. Is it Sweet DO8 over on Twitch? Hey. So let me say hi to the people before we get started, you guys. Let me say hi to the people. No ads over here. It's the cheat code. Oh, okay. So there's no ads over there on Twitch. I guess because I'm not monetized on Twitch, you guys. So there's that. Lord, there go Cajun. All right, hold on. Let me go back up to the top. Let me say hi to the people. What's up, Tracy WC Golden? Are you live right now? Yeah, I'm live right now. Maybe you were asking that before. Lock Queen, what's up, Sweet D? Sweet P. Quale, what's going on, lovely Nola? It's a Golden Shine. I really rock with you because my patience for all these different social media platforms is damn near non-existent. I appreciate you, C Golden, but baby, you can just stay on YouTube. We just expanding. We trying to bring some new people in, but I appreciate y'all. I do. I rock with y'all that rock with me. Hey, Alexis, Cajun, Being, Kiana, how are you? Hey, Mia, what's going on? What's up, DB? Me, Johnny. Sharice, what's up, Rosanda? Hey, Brandon, what's going on, boo? Diamond Pearl Jim, Joshua, Corey, Lock Queen, what's going on? It's Quake. Oh, hey, Quake. Hey, what's up? Tani1? I hope I said that right. On Twitch. Hey, boo. Danielle, what's going on? Shan, Little Miss Introvert. Hey, Nay, I see you out there traveling. Lord, there she go. I hope everybody's enjoying Libra season. You know she's Libra. She's a Libra. What's up, Montrez? Ashley, what's going on? Hey, Cheryl, what's up, TT? If there's anybody I missed, charge it to my head and not my heart. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. I don't really have any church announcements, really. Honestly, I can't think of nothing. If I think of something, I'll just drop it in there. But I really don't have any church. Let me put the correct glasses on, child. I don't really have anything on as far as the church announcements are concerned. But let's get into it. So, baby, Riri had her baby. Okay, Riri had the baby. And I told y'all it was a girl. Now, like I said last night, I had a 50-50 chance of it being right. Because, of course, you know, it's either a girl or a boy. But I was right. It was a girl. So congratulations to you, Riri. You got your girl, boo. I'm happy for you and for Rocky. And y'all go and be happy, honey. Y'all go and be happy. Okay. KG, go and sit down somewhere. I love her. I love her name, Rocky. Right. Her name is Rocky. Oh, what's the middle name? I had it written down, but it's cute. Yeah, her name is Rocky. That's really cute. So good for them. Listen, I'm happy for them. Good for them. So there's that. They say that the president just signed an executive order for the TikTok to now be a U.S. company now. Irish, that's what it is, yeah. So, let me read y'all this article. Let me go on and read y'all this article. It says here. What happened? Here it is. The president on Thursday signed an executive order allowing a deal which will put TikTok under U.S. ownership. Chinese president gave us the go-ahead to proceed with the deal, according to Trump. So who is taking over TikTok? A group led by software giant Oracle that includes private equity firm Silver Lake and a UAE state-owned investment firm, MGX, will be the main investors in TikTok US. With a combined 45% ownership stake, according to a report by CNBC citing sources familiar with the matter. The White House previously indicated that Oracle and Silver Lake would be among the main owners of TikTok. Earlier this week, a White House official said that ByteDance would own less than 20% of the firm, while existing shareholders and global firms would account for a remainder of the company's ownership. ByteDance investors would hold a 35% stake per the report. I mean, do with that what you want. Honestly, Donald Trump is the one that started all of this. Okay, Donald Trump started the let's get rid of TikTok. It was then now the bill was signed under Biden, but Donald Trump started this. So when all of y'all in the I've heard that they changed the algorithm of the TikTok and all these different things. Listen. I bet you if we dig deep, I bet you Trump owns some stock, or the Trump family or things of that nature owns some stock in these companies that just acquired TikTok. I bet you if we, do the deep dive. I bet you if we do the deep dive. Mm-hmm. Melinda said investors is the magic word to start jumping ship now because a business always goes down when investors get involved. So who owned TikTok? Cruiser, I just said who owned the TikTok. I just read the article. You must have just got in here. But a company, a company called Oracle owns Oracle and hold on. Oracle and Silver Lake firm. Listen, I'm sure, like I said, we do the deep dive and we follow the breadcrumbs. I'm sure it all roads lead to the orange one. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, in other news, they say that all them people that they've been firing under Elon Musk, all those federal workers that they fired, baby, slowly but surely they are all being offered their jobs back. Slowly but surely, they are all being offered their jobs back. And then had the nerve to get these letters in the mail talking about something. Either you have until October the 8th to accept the position, accept the job, to come back to work. Don't be rushing me to come back to work after you done fired me for no reason. I'll come back. And then the Supreme Court ruled yesterday that other people who were fired, they were wrongfully fired, and they have to bring them their job. They have to give them their jobs back. So those were what agencies did those include? Hold on. What was those agencies? It was hold on. Here it is right here. Trump administration rehires federal employees laid off by DOJ. Government workers laid off by the Department of Government Efficiency can come back to work on October the 6th. Federal employees were given a deadline to accept or decline an offer to return to the office. According to an internal memo obtained by the Associated Press, the General Service Administration, GSA, is giving workers until the end of the week to accept or decline reinstatement. Workers who accept the terms are required to report to duty on October the 6th after what is roughly a 7-month paid vacation. So how did we save any money as a government? How did the government save any money? If these people were being paid the whole time they were out of work, how did we save any money? The AP reported the GSA's return to work request is like rehiring efforts in several federal agencies targeted by DOJ. In August, the IRS told the AP it would allow some workers who accepted a resignation offer to stay on the job. Also, the Department of Labor also brought back some workers who accepted buyouts, while the National Park Service reinstated several laid-off employees. Slowly but surely, but the problem is these people's lives have been disrupted in the process. You know what I mean? But on the flip side, on October the 1st, the government is looking at a shutdown, which means that now they're putting a plan in place to eliminate people's positions if the government does shut down on Wednesday. It's like some have definitely gotten better jobs because contrary to popular belief, a lot of people who work in the government can go to private industry doing the same job, making more money. And a lot of them have done that. So will they lose their pensions? Who? The people who come back to work? I don't understand. I don't understand your question. We didn't save anything. More smoke and mirrors, so his base thinks he did something. Right, that's all it is. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. The state of Florida pays nothing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of, again, I don't know where people got this mind, this thing in their mind that the federal government was wasting so much money on jobs. The federal government be wasting money, but jobs is probably not where they're wasting the money. They're wasting the money in a lot of other areas, but people's salaries were probably not it. And again, like I said all along, is there money to be saved in the government? Yes, we know there's a lot of waste, but the way in which they were going about doing it was never going to be the way in which it was going to, it was never going to work. But we knew that because we knew it was never about actually fixing anything. It was never about fixing anything. We know that. Now, in other Politricks news, I heard that Elon Musk and MAGA are fighting again. They are down. That Elon Musk has blocked accounts of some MAGA supporters. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, I'm gonna find it for y'all. I'm gonna let y'all hear for yourself, child. But I saw this down to the TikTok yesterday. I'm just using this picture in case anybody. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let y'all. I saw this yesterday down to the TikTok. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
It's huge breaking news right now. A complete civil war has broken out between MAGA.
Now, this is dated September the 24th of 2025. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what they saying is going on now.
MAGA and Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to the point where Elon Musk is now censoring MAGA influencers on Twitter. Elon Musk went out of his way overnight to strip the verification of a number of top MAGA influencers, including Laura Loomer and others. He also removed all of their subscribers, so they're no longer monetized. They can't make any money. So much for free speech, right? Well, I guess it's only free speech when you don't attack Elon. But MAGA is completely turning on Elon Musk and Ramaswamy because of comments they made about H-1B visas, which are visas that are given out to foreign skilled workers for skilled positions here in the United States for temporary employment. MAGA obviously doesn't want more immigration, but Musk and Ramaswamy note that tech companies rely on H-1B visas. And it's gotten so bad that there is a complete civil war that has broken out right now. And either MAGA influencers are about to be expelled from the party or from the inner circle, or Musk and Ramaswamy are. Comment below your thoughts, spread the word, grab your...
Child, listen, I told y'all before. It don't matter. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. I was reading something. And cause I'm sure y'all saw this already, but there's Riri and the beautiful baby. There she is with her beautiful little girl. Exactly, Cajun. That's how I feel about it. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to hold on, I'm trying to go into my live so I can block somebody. Hold on, I'm trying to go into my live so I can block somebody. Okay. Ban. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. You know I'm on Twitch as well. So I saw some spam and I was trying to get to it so I could block it. Okay. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, Trump and Musk, I don't care about them fighting. Elon, unless you about to tell us how Trump stole the election, I don't care. I don't care about y'all fighting each other because neither one of y'all are good people. Like, all of a sudden, I'm not going to become an Elon Musk fan because he fighting with MAGA. I don't care. And I don't feel like you mad at him for your own personal reasons. You're not mad at him about anything that he's doing. You're mad because it's affecting you now. Because he didn't do something you wanted him to do, and now it's affecting your business. Other than that, sir, you don't care about all the people's lives that you ruined and that you destroyed with this bullshit that y'all was doing with this Doge and any other things that y'all did behind the scenes that we didn't even know was going on. So, sir, I don't really care about none of it. I mean, it's entertaining to watch. I'll grab my popcorn, but I don't have no feelings about it one way or the other. You just getting a notification? Exactly. That's all I want, Diamond Pearl. Diamond Pearl say, while they fight, let them slip up and tell on themselves. That's all I want them to do. All I want them to do is start telling. Now, if you start telling and you really put some receipts out there behind it, then I pay attention. I mean, he already threw some stuff out there, but then you back down. Baby, put your chest in it. Say it like you mean it. Put your whole heart in it. That's all I'm going to say. Now it appears that Putin and Trump are fighting. Now, see, that's a fight because, baby, Putin and Trump. Now, I think Putin got some shit. And see, unlike Musk, because I think Musk got some shit too. But unlike Musk, Putin don't care about putting it out there. What up, Chucky Chuck? So, yeah, anyway. I just bring y'all the information. Y'all do with it what you like. But that's what I have on that. I think those are the latest updates on that, child. Now, let's get into the silliness and the bull hockey of it all. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. They said that down to the Real Housewives of Potomac, they said that Monique and Sharice got into it while they was filming. Now, I'm going to be honest with you on two levels on this. I don't care on two levels. Number one, I don't care because Monique and Sharice haven't been friends since Monique's second season on the show. Remember, Sharice accused Monique of using her contacts to try to get in good with the people down to the Potomac. And Monique was like, Sharice, girl, like, I got my own contacts. I don't need to use you or your contacts. And they haven't been cool since. And they was throwing digs at each other ever since. So if they got into it on the show, I don't care. Here's the second reason why I don't care. Because Sharice ain't even on the show anymore, and Monique is a friend of the show. Why am I getting ready to waste my energy on two people that are not even main cast members? So I don't care nothing about them arguing. And then number three, baby, did y'all hear? Did y'all hear that Sharice had an estate sale down to the Bethesda at her townhouse? That she had an estate sale last weekend? Mm-hmm. Now, let's be clear. There are a lot of reasons why people have estate sales. Okay? I saw the pictures too. That is a lot of reasons why people have estate sales. Okay? First of all, her calling it an estate sale is very interesting because generally speaking, I always thought that an estate sale was usually when somebody passed away and the estate was basically it's a high-end yard sale. That's what it is. Let me tell y'all something. An estate sale is a high-end yard sale. That is it, and that is all. But generally speaking, I always thought that estate sales were generally when like somebody passed away and the estate was selling off their things. Now, one of my we're not friends anymore, but we used to be really good friends. She used to go to like yard sales and stuff like that, and she would look for the estate sales because baby, some of those, and I would go with her sometime, and baby, some of those estate sales, I still have some things in my house that I bought from estate sales because generally speaking, it's good quality stuff at good prices. Now, this is before like Facebook Marketplace and all these other places that you can get a lot of this stuff as well. But that's what I'm saying, Mo Walker. She still might have so much money. Her having an estate sale, again, let me Google it. Let's and don't you say nothing. And I'm talking to, you know who I'm talking to. She better not say nothing. But let's Google it. Let's Google it. Why do people have estate sales? Let's see here. Okay. Why do people have them? They are often viewed as significant aspects of estate planning and asset distribution after someone passes away. However, their purpose extends beyond more liquidation of assets. Downsizing or relocation, simplifying estate settlement, honoring a deceased legacy, environmental considerations, community engagement, historical and cultural preservation. Now, I don't know if Sharice falls under any of those. I don't know if Sharice falls under any of those. But I honestly think that maybe she was just trying to sell some stuff and make a little bit of money off of all that shit she has. Because let's be clear. This is like what we were talking about with Kenya and the Kardashian and a lot of these other people. Erica, we talked about this when Erica Jane was trying to sell her stuff. Rich people do it all the time, y'all. Rich people do it all the time. Rich people sell stuff. They go to these high-end consignment shops or these online boutiques that sell high-end items. And they usually just do it behind their corporation or their LLC or something, so you don't know it's necessarily them. But I remember one time, and this was years ago, because listen, it's been 5,000 years since I watched the Kardashians. But I remember watching the Kardashians one time, and Kim literally had like storage unit, like she had 3-4 storage units full of clothes and purses and shoes. The reality is, what are you doing with all that shit? So they do it. A lot of people do it. A lot of people have those sales. Now, I honestly feel like if Sharice were trying to hide it or be undercover with it, she wouldn't have had it at her house. And she wouldn't have, I mean, it was people were just showing up at her house to look at her stuff. Like if it was that, I feel like there would have been a better way of her keeping it private if she was trying to keep it private. I don't know. I could be wrong, but yeah, she has a nice townhouse, but she probably has a bunch of shit. She probably really has a bunch of shit in that townhouse. You know what I mean? She might have done it as a fundraiser. Yep, she may have. So, undercover yard sale trying to be bougie. Yeah, and that's what I think it is, Diamond Pearl. I honestly think she was just having a high-end yard sale, and she called it an estate sale because she didn't want to say a yard sale. I remember, Beyonce has warehouses full of shit. I remember I read an article in Rolling Stone years ago about Johnny Depp. When Johnny Depp was in financial trouble, I think he's okay now. But when Johnny Depp was in financial trouble, there was this article in Rolling Stone talking about how he has like 4 or 5 warehouses full of shit. cars and instruments, and he has all this stuff, and basically it just is sitting there. Like, you buy all of this shit and it just sits somewhere, and you're paying all of this money every month to just have it sit there where nobody can see it and nobody's doing anything with it. And I remember the article was talking about, how he needed to downsize, and, I needed to get rid of all of this stuff. But hell, I remember as I was reading the article, I remember thinking, hell, if he would just sell the shit that's in the thing, he'd probably be all right. Tracy said the bar is open and we are passing out champagne. We have a lavender martini, a Crown Royal chocolate mudslide, okay, a cucumber sunrise, and for the non-drinkers, we have a kiss on the lip. A kiss on the lips. Okay. Okay, kiss on the lips. Okay. I think I might want to try the cucumber sunrise. That sounds interesting. Yeah, Tracy is fancy behind the bar. Tracy fancy behind the bar, honey. I wonder if the Grand Don came on down to the estate sale to cut Sharice out to get child. Kern knows she better stay in that house and mind her. Listen, y'all know I love me some Kern. Y'all know I love me some Kern, but I want Karen to sit over there and just stay under the radar, honey. I firmly believe that we will see Karen in some capacity on this season. Probably at the end. We will not see Karen until, if we see her at the finale. I don't anticipate it. But I anticipate us seeing Karen at some point. But again, at the end, I feel like we'll see her at the end of the season. We know that Bravo was there getting footage of her getting out of jail. Matter of fact, I saw a clip where it showed that she had a camera inside of the car. There was a camera inside of the car when she left jail. So there's definitely, in my opinion, footage of Karen. So will she get a confessional? If she does, I feel like it'll be at the reunion. I don't think she'll be at the reunion, but she may get a confessional. She may get a one-on-one. She may get something. But we're going to see Karen. I believe that. 100% we're going to see Karen. So anyway, we don't care nothing about them. We don't care nothing about them. But the Potomac starts next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, honey. Is Sharice handing out champagne as people look at all her things? No, but she was selling some champagne. But listen, here's the thing. Her sign-in, the sign-in sheet, that's how I said this. She wasn't trying to hide it. The sign-in sheet, when you went to visit, there was a sign-in sheet. The sign-in sheet was on an old Gucci bag. Like, they repurposed the Gucci bag to turn it into like a clipboard, like a makeshift clipboard. It was cute. And that's why I said I don't think it was nothing she was trying to hide, child. It was cute. It was cute. Cute. So now we don't care nothing about them Kardashians, honey, but we do care about this, honey. Let's talk about this for a second. Let's get into this. Oh, and by the way, I had Tracy on the job, you guys. Tracy, we were trying to find the Lisa Barlow lawsuits. We were not able to find a current suit. What we were able to find is that she had a lawsuit settled and a lawsuit dismissed. So we might not be reading no lawsuits because we couldn't find it. And what I find interesting is the article that I read last night when we were doing the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review. The article I read said the same thing. It said they couldn't find the lawsuit. So I don't know if Lisa and her attorneys were able to get it sealed. I don't know, but Tracy wasn't able to find it, you guys, and I wasn't able to find it. So we may not get that lawsuit breakdown. But what it basically, like Tracy said, though, what it looks like is she basically is robbing Peter to pay Paul. She gets a loan, and then she gets another loan to pay off the old loan, and then she gets another loan to pay off the old loan. And, that's what it looks like is happening. A lot of businesses do that. And honestly, if you're juggling until you get caught, you're good until you get caught. Did y'all check the Salt Lake Gazette? We checked the docket. We went to the courts. We went to the court. Hey, Papo. Hey, Boo. We saw that beat face outside the jail, so we knew she had, hair was done, makeup was done. Yeah, so. Or did she have a scarf on? She had something on her head, maybe a scarf or something. But we know, but she definitely, face was beat. Tracy said she did, DB. Tracy said, Listen, Tracy was looking early today, child. We was going back and forth. We was looking at TikTok videos. We were pulling articles, baby. We tried. We were trying. Now, if somebody else finds a lawsuit, feel free to send it to me. I appreciate you. But we were looking, honey. So let me share this screen and let's talk about it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to let y'all see what it is, and then we're going to talk about this thing, honey. Ooh, that's the wrong thing. Then you just do a video of the same allegation. Yeah, yep. And again, let's be clear. A lot of businesses do that, you guys. The loans part isn't the issue. Here's where things become an issue. One, you're not paying the loans back become an issue. And two, you lying on the loan applications. Because that was what one of the lawsuits against Lisa was alleging, that they lied about what they needed the loan for. And then when they got the loan, they didn't use it on what they said they needed it for. They used it for that the loan was supposed to be to buy raw materials to make the tequila or what have you. Hey, DeMarcus, what's up, boo? But they ended up using, according to the paperwork, they ended up using the loan for personal things other than for the business. So that's where people get in trouble. Let's be clear. And I've heard from a lot of people who have businesses, you never use your own money. Like they're always borrowing money. The loan ain't the problem. It's loaning more than you can afford to pay back and not using the money for what you borrowed the money to do. That's where things get in trouble. That's where it gets tricky. Listen, if I ever need to find something, listen, I'm gonna put Tracy on payroll. I wish I could afford to pay her for real, because Tracy don't be playing. I'm telling y'all, she don't be playing now. Tracy said, I might become a PI like being in people's business. Listen, isn't that similar to what the Chrisleys did? I'm going to be honest with you, R&D, but I don't remember all of the details of the Chrisleys case. I know part of it was taxes, though. But I do think it was loans that either they lied about the loans or, yeah, I do. We know it was money. But I think part of theirs was taxes. So let me share this with you guys. Now, I'm going to just let y'all see this, honey. We remember when the trailer for the Braxtons came out and we saw Tracy. We saw Tony getting bucked with Tracy. Damn it. Tracy name is on my mind. Ooh, Lord Tracy. Tony was getting bucked with Tamar. We were like, what happened? Now, I suspected that it was about the niece situation, but we got a little bit of a clip to give us a little more context. So let's look at this clip to give us context as to why Tony.
You're going to sit there and say, Tony Braxton?
Can y'all see it? Let me make sure y'all can see it. Yeah, y'all can see it. Hold on. Let me make it bigger on the screen. Oops, wrong thing. Hold on. All right, let me make it bigger on the screen.
Sit there and say, Tony Braxton? Tony Braxton No, Tony Braxton ain't never had your back.
Got Tony Braxton.
I want to know record.
I want to be
say I don't have your back?
You didn't have my back when
with heavyweight. Don't put me, Tamar. Don't with Tony Braxton. Then when Tony said we need to have her on the show, should we need to have Ashley on the show? I never say that.
Yes,
I never said that. She's lying.
I swear on my mother. Don't swear your mother.
I said just show her the Chitlin circuit, and we shouldn't do it.
You said have her on the Braxton show.
This is not the forum.
You said that.
This is not the forum.
You said that.
Don't you go there. Don't you go there. Sit there and say, Tony Braxton?
Tony Braxton.
No, Tony Braxton ain't never had your...
So it looks like they are talking about Ashley. Now, remember, Tamar invited Ashley to be on. Ashley is the niece that said that one of her aunt's husband was inappropriate with her. And we know that she also accused her father and her stepmother of some things. And Tamar invited Ashley to be on her podcast, right? Now, remember, Ashley lives in Spain. Ashley flew all the way from Spain to Atlanta to film. And we knew she filmed because she told us. Now, of course, she couldn't talk about what happened. She couldn't get into all the details of what happened, but we knew she filmed because Ashley told us that she filmed. I told y'all then this was going to be a problem, especially when that episode never came out. She told us that she was filming for the show. I told y'all then this was going to be a problem. So I'm going to let y'all look. So it looks like Tamar is accusing Tony of saying, bring her on the show. But baby, did you hear what Tamar said? I mean, when Tony said, I didn't say that because I said that your show was the Chitlin Circuit. Did y'all hear her call that lady podcast the Chitlin Circle? Congratulations on 19,000 subs, Really B. Will you check out and review Ruth and Boaz with Tyler Leppy? What's her name? What's that girl named? Soraya and Felicia Rashad. I don't know. I might. I don't know. I've seen it. I don't know. I might. But thank you for the super chat, boo. Thank you so much. And thank you for the congratulations. Thank you. Baby, she called it the Chitlin Circuit. Hold on, let's finish looking at this.
Tony Braxton. I want to know Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton. I got
Tony Braxton. No. Tony Braxton ain't never had your back.
Got Tony Braxton.
I want to know record. You want to say I don't have your back?
You didn't have my back when they
with a heavyweight. Don't put me, Tamar. Don't with Tony Braxton. Then when Tony said we need to have her on the show, oh, should we need to have Ashley on the show? I ain't never say that. Yes, I never said that. She's lying.
What's wrong with my mother? Don't swear your mother.
I said just show her the Chitlin Circuit, and we shouldn't do it.
You said have her on the Braxton
This is
show.
not the forum.
You said that.
This is not the forum.
You.
Tony Braxton.
Y'all
Tony
hear
Braxton.
Tracy talking about something. It's not the form. In other words, don't do it because it's gonna be on the show. We don't need to talk about this. When she say that's not the form, that's her way. That's her slick way of saying, we don't want to put this on the show. Y'all know we're filming right now. They're gonna put this on the show. But baby, that's why Tony got in Tamar's face. Listen, y'all. I told y'all I was going to review this season of the Braxtons. And honestly, the only reason why I decided to review this season of the Braxtons is because I feel like every week is going to give me an opportunity to cuss Tamar's ass out. Baby, did you see Tony started talking about herself in third person? Baby, that's how you know somebody mad, when they start referring to themselves in third person. She said, Tony Braxton said what? Right. When you start referring to yourself in third person, you know it's a problem. So it'll be interesting what we see as it relates to the podcast with Ashley. It'll be interesting to see what the fallout is. We still don't know what sister she's referring to. I mean, everybody has speculation. Everybody has speculated, but we still don't know. It's on We TV show, but we still don't know what sister she's referring to. And we also know that her and her father do not have a good relationship. We also know that her and her father said her father sent her a cease and desist for her to stop talking about him. So, yeah, Tony did tell him, if y'all wasn't my sisters, we wouldn't be friends. And I don't even think they're friends now, but I mean, I guess it depends on your definition of friend, I should say. Yeah. So that is the Braxtons, honey. That's what we have going on with these Braxtons, child. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what we got going on. I believe it premieres. I know it premieres in October. In October. I don't have the exact date. When did the Braxtons premiere? Hold on. I think it premieres the weekend that I'm going to be in Louisville. I think it premieres that Friday. So I guess that's October the. I guess it's either October the 10th or October the 9th. But it premieres that same weekend. So I'm going to review it, but it won't be till I get back. I blame Miss Evelyn for Tamar's spoiled tantrums. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. October. Hey, Don, what's up, boo? October the 10th. Okay. Don, you ready? He done dropped down. I'm putting him to work as soon as he get here because we got 270 people in the chat. You ready, Don? All right.
I said, close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Yeah, Tracy, if you can get it. Tracy just sent me a note, honey. Tracy just sent me a note, child. A former employee has filed a lawsuit against Kelly Farrell from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, accusing her of breach of contract, wage theft, and causing emotional distress. The emotional toll and instability of not getting paid has been crushing. The suit seeks $18,788 in lost wages, back pay, and legal fees, along with $5,000 for emotional distress. Y'all, how do we... I need somebody to explain. Cruiser, you in here? I need somebody to explain to me how you get to the point where somebody owe you $18,000. Unless that's a 2-week pay period. Unless you making was $18,000 is what, over $200,000. Unless you making over $200,000 a year, and that's one paycheck that they missed, maybe two. I might give you two. So $9,000 times two, I might give you two. But how you get to the point where somebody owe you $18,000? Now it does include emotional distress and legal fees. So maybe, when we see the breakdown, but baby, I don't understand how we get there. Baby, my calculator don't add, divide, and subtract that. Well, that's different. That's an inside joke between me and Cruiser. She says she owed Josh 2 times that. Cruiser, that's a different conversation, girl. That don't count. Because you ain't never paying that back. Baby, that thing tickles me. Ooh, that thing tickles me. I ain't telling her business, but just suffice to say, it's a funny story, and Josh ain't never getting that money. Ever. He never getting that money. Anyway, moving right along. What capacity did this person work in? Was that a stylist, hairstylist, assistant? I don't know. Tracy gonna try to pull the lawsuit, honey. If Tracy pulls the lawsuit, we'll go over it, Lauren. But I don't know. I'm just looking at the headline, child. I just saw it. It popped up. It just came across my desk. Okay. I was at the nail shop last night, and Tamar and her mom were next to me. Oh, wow. Well, Tamar lives with her mom. Well, at least she did. I don't know if they still live together now, but I know at one point Tamar tried to say that her mama lived with her. Her mama corrected her. No, you and Logan live with me. You and Logan live with me. Now people get got every day in them Atlanta streets. Child. So before we get going, Don, he done closed the doors. Okay, I got caught up in that. Don done closed them doors. It is 283 of y'all in this chat. Can we get 200 likes, please? Can we get over 200 likes, please? I know y'all get sick of me telling y'all why I need the likes, but the likes help push the video through the algorithm. It helps YouTube send out more notifications to let people know we are here having a good time. We almost at 300 people, so let's keep the good times rolling. If you haven't done so already, baby, there's 2 ways you can support this channel. The free way and the, give me a little change kind of way. The free way is just hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe. That's it. That's all. Child, YouTube done took 6 subscribers. I had, at the beginning of the week, I had 19,007 subscribers. Now I got 19,003 subscribers. I know I did the math wrong. I said 6. That's really 4, but that's not the point. The point is I'm going backwards. So can y'all please hit that like button? Now, if you want to hit me monetarily, the number for today is $6.42, $6.42. You can cash out me $6.42 or $16.42, or you can get real jiggy and make it $60.42, or you can super chat, okay? But listen, you don't have to pay nothing. You can be here for free. Just hit that like button. That's all we ask. That's it. So Don is passing the bucket around. Now, Kenneth lied to me and told me he was off of his FMLA, and we ain't seen him since. He done turned in his paperwork said he back to work and he ain't been back because Kenneth was the head usher. I had to put Don as the head usher because Kenneth won't hear. Okay, I thought it was me. I've been losing like 5 a day, child, but really maybe people unsubscribe. Listen, at this point, I mean, y'all know, obviously, I want to, the name of the game is, of course, we want to keep growing and growing and growing. But I used to really stress out over these numbers, and I just can't anymore because YouTube is going to do what YouTube is going to do. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to entertain the people who show up, and we're going to have a good time. And that's all I can do. Thank you, Fran. Fran said, make sure you subscribe because, baby, YouTube will unsubscribe you now. YouTube will unsubscribe you. So make sure you subscribe to all your faves, even though you think you are. Even if you're still getting a notification, it does not always mean you are subscribed. So just make sure that subscribe button and make sure your notifications are turned on. And if you can't, hype the video. Chuck, hey, Cajun, Chuck told you going to send me that $642. And I will accept it. I will gladly accept it. Woo! Thank you, Ashley, for the $64. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much. She said, let me pay my first 10%. I know that's right, Ashley. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Yes. Light up the bottom. I might give you a shimmy on that one. Hey. I haven't been getting my notification, but I'm still subscribed. Yeah, YouTube be playing. Because listen, there are people that I know I'm subscribed to, and I know I watch religiously, and I don't get their notifications. So, vacation, mileage, and stipend. I know that. Listen. Tell the Lord, thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Yes. Thank you, Cruiser. Yes. Baby, y'all just don't know. I'm going to take a pause for the calls right now. Y'all just don't know how excited we are about these trips coming up. Me and Cruiser. Listen, if me and Cruiser talk every day, we spend, I would say, 20 to 30% of our conversation talking about either Louisville or the cruise or both. Y'all just don't understand how excited we are about this. Y'all just don't. We are so ready to see y'all and party with y'all. And I'm so ready for for us to all just meet and mingle and stuff. Y'all just don't know. Not my man is drunk, ignore him. He ain't drunk. He meant that thing. He said, go on and hit my cash out with that $642. I'm here for it, Chuck. Thank you, boo. Thank you, Chuck. See, Golden, we are going to keep doing trips. So listen, if you can't make it to these 2 trips, baby, we already talking about the next one and the next one and the next one. If the Lord willing, you know what they say, if the creek don't rise, y'all, yes, St. James, you need to come on through and crash something. Yes, you do. St. James, I suspect that you are a good time. I ain't lying. I suspect, because first of all, you messy. You messy. And I suspect that you get you a glass of wine and sitting around a table. I suspect you're a good time, St. James. So yes, you need to come on through. Yes, you know that you are welcome, sir. You know that you are welcome. You know how to get us. You know how to get in touch with me and Cruiser, honey. Chuck said he's sober. He meant that thing. Listen, thank you, Chuck. Appreciate you, boo. Chuck said I meant that thing. Okay. Oh, we would. St. James, I know we would. Because like I said, I know you. You know people, I know you. I know we could sit around at the bar or sit around listening to some. And those cruises have live music. Sit around listening to some live music and just vibing and stuff. Because look, because Cruiser like live. I'm telling her business. Cruiser love live music. And when we were on the ship, at least, Cruiser, 30 to 40 minutes every night, we listening to some live music. Now, I might get up and decide to do something else, but she gonna sit there because she likes, and there's always some live music going on. Yeah, down to the Schooner bar. Exactly. Yep. That's where you would be, St. James. And they got a piano. They always have a piano bar. And I know you would probably slide up on that piano. St. James would probably take us to church, though, honey. St. James, we could probably take us to church, honey. Yeah, but we would. But listen, and I understand that different things, different times, different people. But we look, like I said, Lord willing, we're gonna keep doing these types of things. And would love to see it. But we've been having we're excited. We're excited. Somebody that might be going on a hey JB, we're gonna get JB on one of these trips too. Hey boo. Somebody else that may or may not be getting ready to go on a vacation soon. Diddy was in court today with his lawyer. Please do a DC trip next summer where you give us a tour of DC and take us to the hot spots on Martha's Vineyard next August. First of all, Sierra, Martha's Vineyard. Do you know how expensive Martha's Vineyard is? First of all, for Martha's Vineyard, you really need to be like, we would need to be booking the house 3 months ago to get to Martha's Vineyard. That's number one. Number two, do you know how expensive Martha's Vineyard is? Now, Martha's Vineyard is definitely on the bucket list. I'm getting ready to say something that's probably not a popular thing to say. I have no interest in doing a DC trip. I live here. I've lived here my whole life. Do you know how many times I've had to do a DC tour with people? And I don't mean no harm. I'm not interested at all. Sorry. I'd rather go somewhere and we all do the things together. I'm just being honest. First of all, I don't hang out like that. So when people come to town and they're like, where can we go? What can we do? I don't know, because I don't go out. I don't hang out in DC like that, y'all. I don't go into the city like that. It's expensive to go into the city. Ain't no damn parking in the city. I usually don't. And as far as doing like the landmarks and the touristy stuff, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested. I would rather go to a city that nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather go somewhere that nobody knows. Or and we all do the stuff together. That's what I would much rather. I don't want let me just be honest. I don't want the pressure of having to entertain you like that. I don't want that pressure. Because y'all might be interested in doing stuff that I don't even think about. Because, for example, the Washington Monument. I don't give a fuck about that Washington Monument. I don't care about going to the Washington Monument. I don't care about going to the top of the Washington Monument. I don't even care about going to downtown DC to see the monument. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about going down to Washington to the Lincoln Memorial. I don't care about going to the mall. Like, that's just not where we go. I don't care about none of that shit. And I feel like y'all would want to do a lot of those things that y'all would probably be interested in doing stuff that I don't even know. I don't forgot about. I just don't want the pressure. I can't do anything next summer. Honestly, y'all, my next summer is booked. I don't have the bandwidth to plan something for next summer. I'm booked. Yeah, I'm booked. I'm sorry, but I'm booked. Hold on a second, y'all. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Below said, I want to visit DC, but not in today's political climate. That's the other thing too. I wouldn't want that pressure either of bringing people into the city with so much shit going on. You know what I mean? So what trips will we doing? Well, we're doing Books and Bourbon in 2 weeks. And we're doing a cruise in February. I mean, that's what we're doing. Books and Bourbon. And now obviously I would do the Black Smithsonian. I would love to do the Black Smithsonian. That's what we call it here, the Black Smithsonian, child. Now I would do museums all day. I love museums. The Holocaust Museum, Aquatic Gardens, there's a lot of stuff here that I would do. But again, it's just, anyway, moving on, y'all, child. So yeah, so we have Books and Bourbon in 2 weeks. We have the cruise in February. And then I think the next trip that we're going to be planning is going to be Abby's birthday, which I believe we're going to do it next November. So we'll get you guys those details as soon as possible. I told y'all, let me get past books and bourbon, and we'll be moving on to the next thing. And Abby's birthday, for those who don't know, Abby's birthday is going to be in Orlando. We're doing an adult Universal trip. We're going to Disney too, but don't tell the people because we're supposed to be boycotting Disney. But we're going to go to Epcot Center. Abby said we still going. We're not boycotting for her birthday. That's what Abby has said. Tell me about, I saw the National Guard eating pizza in the park over here in the Navy Yard. Yeah, they over there. They painting walls and shit. Epcot is Disney. Yeah, Epcot is Disney. We're going to go to Epcot because they have the different. If you've never been to Epcot, they have a area Epcot that has all the different countries, and so they have this thing called Drinks Around the World. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do the Universal, so we could go to Harry Potter. Yeah, but anyway, we'll have all that stuff, y'all. We'll have all that stuff. So that's what that's next year. The next trip is Orlando in November. If I can squeeze something in, I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, I don't, because I have 2 trips next summer planned, and one trip is going to another, like going to either Europe or Asia trip, and I ain't even started putting no money on that yet. So that I just don't have. I ain't got it. I don't have it in me to do another trip. That's what I just said, powerful. Don't tell nobody that we still going, because Abby says she's still going to Epcot for her birthday. Now that's what Abby has said. Listen, it's her birthday, it's her 50th birthday, and if people don't want to come, they just don't have to come. That's all. Drinks Around the World is lit. If y'all can make it around all alcoholics for real, I know I can make it. So now I can't tell you what condition I'm going to be in when I get to the other side. But I can make it. Hell, I damn near made it this summer. I had a drink in China. I had a drink in Germany. I had a drink in Japan, America, and Paris, I think. So I had 5 drinks. I damn near did it this summer, and I wasn't even trying. Yeah. I'll work in Orlando. I'll do the Drinks Around the World for fake. Okay, boo. Okay, let's get back to these stories. So Diddy was down to the courthouse today, and basically his attorneys are trying to get his conviction overturned. Now, Pam did a really good breakdown. If y'all want the whole legal breakdown, y'all go over to Pam's channel and get the breakdown. She did it earlier today. And it was a really good conversation. Pam had to, get some people together, because y'all really, people just leaving crazy comments. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, Greece is definitely on my list. Greece is on my list. Now, if my international trip, because I'm going to Curacao, which is technically international, but I mean my going to Europe or Asia trip, if that falls through, I'll probably plan something in July, because that's my birthday. So I'll plan, I'll probably do something in July. But as of right now, I'm not planning anything, because I may be going out of the country. So the lasagna and wine in Italy tore me up. Went back to the hotel to sleep it off. Child, I'm sure you did. Japan is definitely on my bucket list. It ain't gonna be Japan, because I need about 2 years to plan for Japan the way I would want to do Japan. So it probably wouldn't be Japan, but I just don't know yet, because it's one of my really best friends. It's her 50th, and she's gonna be she's putting it together. So I probably will find out this weekend, because we have a Zoom call this weekend. So I'll probably find out this weekend. Oh, Colombia. El Teddy went to Colombia for his birthday last year. I had some friends that went to Colombia last spring. This damn camera, why is it blurry like this? Shit, get on my nerves. My daughter's going to study in Japan. Oh, lucky you. I just want to go to the Sailor Moon Museum. I want to go to Rome, Milan, Palermo, in Sicily. I've been to Rome and Sicily. I haven't been to Milan, or is that Palomero? Japan is a good time. I went there this year and 2 years before that, but it's just a lot of walking and they are very fast paced. Yeah. Santorini is beautiful. I've been to Santorini. It is beautiful, but yes, it's, oh no, I wasn't. I was thinking about, you said Santorini and I was thinking something else. I've been to Amalfi, not Santorini. Yes, I want to. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard Santorini is a lot of hills and it's like cobblestones because it's like those old streets. Yeah. I want to eat authentic sushi, get that blowfish when I retire. I just might go move to Vietnam. Listen, my friends that are leaving the country, Vietnam is on their list of places where they might go. I want to go to Australia. It's definitely on my list. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. Right now, financially, I'm really trying to not plan too many big things. Yeah, Amalfi is beautiful. Baby, that water in Amalfi and those roads. Now, you want to talk about something scary. Something scary is riding through Amalfi. Baby. I want to go to Italy, Egypt, South Africa, and South Korea. I want to go to South Africa too. Definitely want to go to South Africa. Sounds like we need a European or Asian trip. Let me get back into this. So the judge down to the Diddy case. Let me just read y'all what CNN had to say. I'm gonna read y'all what CNN had to say, child. CNN says, so Diddy and his team are trying to get a new trial. They're trying to, they want a new trial. They said that the Mann Act should not be the standard. So the judge overseeing the criminal case against Sean Combs did not immediately rule on his request to vacate his conviction on prostitution-related charges or his bid for a new trial. The judge told the court that he would issue his decision very shortly. Otherwise, we'll see everyone back here next Friday. Combs has been jailed since arrest in September. He faces up to 10 years in prison for each count and is set to be sentenced in October. I ain't never heard of nobody going to jail for 10 years for prostitution, but I guess he could. Combs' legal team argued that the definition of prostitution should be interpreted narrowly in relation to the Mann Act, applying only to those who engaged in the acts or benefited financially from them. The Mann Act makes it a crime to transport a person across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. Combs' attorneys argued that it does not apply to voyeuristic conduct like this, which was the issue at the trial. Prosecutor Meredith Foster said the government disagrees with that definition, but argued Thursday that even under the narrow interpretation, Combs is still liable for the Mann Act convictions because he facilitated the transportation of his two girlfriends and the escorts for the purposes of sex for money. The trial evidence showed the women often pay escorts with Combs' funds. The defense also argued that Combs was a producer and consumer of amateur pornography, and that the expensive conduct is protected by the First Amendment. Defense attorney Shapiro reiterated Thursday that the Mann Act cannot be enforced in these circumstances without violating Combs' First Amendment rights, echoing arguments made in previous defense filings. Shapiro said trial evidence showed that Combs produced highly choreographed encounters between his girlfriends and paid escorts, arranging mood lighting, music, and costumes so he could watch the recordings later. Prosecutor Slavic said the First Amendment argument is irrelevant in Combs' conviction. The Mann Act criminalizes transportation of individuals for the purpose of prostitution. It does not criminalize filming sex acts of any kind. His lawyers have said if the judge proceeds to sentencing, Combs should be sentenced to no more than 14 months in prison with credit for good behavior. He will be released almost immediately. Prosecutors have suggested they believe he should spend at least several more years behind bars, although they haven't submitted their sentencing recommendations to the judge yet. The judge refused to grant bail twice since the jury returned its verdict. So listen, y'all. I'm just giving you these updates because that's what the people are talking about. I already told y'all how I feel about the situation and what I think is going to happen next week when he gets sentenced. I think Diddy coming home. And I damn sure think if he don't come home next Friday, then you'll be home for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe. I'm just telling y'all. Diddy gonna be home for Christmas. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all don't have to like it. Y'all don't have to like it. But I'm telling you what I think. And I don't know it to be true because I don't know these people like that. I'm just telling y'all what I think. The Yahoo article says he complains about not breathing fresh air and no sunlight on his skin for 13 months. Child, correct. And I hear what you're saying, boo. I don't give a damn about him not having fresh air or the sunlight. Give him some vitamin D. I don't care. You brought the sunshine. Now I got the song. Now I just got a jukebox going on in my head. Let me stop, child. Let me stop. Moving right along, honey. Moving right along. Baby, Ray J say that the next big trial is going to be them Kardashians. Ray J says that the feds have been in touch with him and that they are building a RICO case against the Kardashians. Ray J made a shocking claim that he's working with the feds to build a RICO case against his ex-girlfriend and her mother, Kim and Kris Kardashian. Well, Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian. The federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy, he told Christian Rock during a recent live stream. I'm talking about, I'm on the news every day. I'm going to say a lot of shit. Anybody that's cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The feds are coming. There's nothing I can do about it. He said, it's worse than Diddy. Ray J provided no other details or explanation in this clip, and no other information substantiates the claim. Reps for Kardashian, Jenner, and Ray J did not immediately return the request for comment. RICO investigations fall under the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, which is typically utilized to prosecute drug cartels and mob crimes. This isn't the first time that Ray J has hinted at such accusations. In May, amid a discussion about the then pending RICO charges against Combs, Ray J directed attention to a potential case against the Keeping Up with the Kardashians matriarch, 69, and Skims founder, 44, Kim and Kris. If you told me that the Kardashians were being charged for racketeering, I might believe it, he said. In September 2022, Ray J slammed the reality mother and daughter duo after Jenner claimed in a lie detector test that she did not release the sex tape he made with Kardashian. He said, "You effed with the wrong black man, Kris Jenner." He captioned and since deleted Instagram video at the time. We have that video. Remember we did a video to it, baby. I still got that video somewhere in my archives. We got that Ray J video where he went on live and he, listen. I know Ray J been crashing out, y'all. I know Ray J has been crashing out. But baby, Ray J showed them, he showed his receipts. He showed the receipts of the contract. He showed the receipts showing that Kris Kardashian sold that tape, honey, and made money. He showed where he got paid and where Kim got paid. I'm just telling you, I got the video. The video still, I got the video. Now, I know that Ray J been crashing out, but I'm just telling you. There it is. Thank you, Xavier. There go the video right there. If y'all want to go see what I'm talking about, there's the original video. And listen, Ray said it back then. And again, I know Ray has been crashing out, y'all. But can I tell y'all a secret? Can I tell y'all a secret? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the secret? This is not the first time I've heard that. And I heard it from a more credible source than Ray J. Do I need to say that again for the people in the back? It's not the first time I've heard this, and I've heard it from a more credible source than Ray J. Now, I ain't saying that makes it true. I ain't saying that makes it true. But what I'm saying is, this ain't the first time I've heard about it. And I heard about it from a more credible source than Ray J. That's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you, Chanel, for being a member for 19 months and said, listen, can we get these likes up to 215? Can we please? Thank you. If you're new here, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, go on and hit it for me, please. Fran said, what? Shut your mouth. I'm just telling you what I heard now. Let's talk about it for a second. Can we talk about it for a second? Y'all don't remember when they've accused Chris has been accused multiple times of inflating the numbers and lying about how much her daughter's businesses are worth. Remember, there was this whole thing about Kylie when she was on the Forbes list and they had her listed as a billionaire, and then it got exposed that those numbers were wrong, and then they were kind of like, oh, oops, did we make a mistake? Did we put the comma in the wrong column? Oh, we're so sorry. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? And that they've been accused of that on more than one occasion. Ray J accused them of selling that tape and covering it up. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Ray J mama accused Kim of stealing from her? Brandy? Y'all remember Kim used to work for them? And she accused them of stealing from her. Now, I'm not saying that this adds up to a RICO charge. All I'm saying is we ain't going to sit here and act like the Kardashians ain't been connected to some shiesty shit. We're not going to play that game. Now, I'm not saying that means that the feds are going to be. I didn't say that. Don't you go nowhere and say ReallyB said the feds about to put a RICO on the Kardashians. That's not what I said. But what I did say was I have heard that before from a more credible source than Ray J. And we're not going to sit here and act like we ain't heard about the Kardashians being connected to some shiesty shit. Y'all forget who Kim's best friend is? Did we forget that Kim Kardashian's best friend is the Girls Gone Wild guy that's hiding out in Mexico right now? Remember we did a whole we reviewed that whole Girls Gone Wild documentary on him? That's Kim's best friend. There you go, Cindy. There you go. I'm just telling you. And then we got the mysterious boyfriend, Corey. Now, I was going to do a whole breakdown video of who the hell Corey is. And I never did really get around to it because I kind of just got busy with other stuff. And I never really went back to doing my research. But, baby, Corey has ties going all the way back to the early days down to the Rockefeller and the Kanye and the Jay-Z. He allegedly is a fixer. Now, that's what they told me. That's what I heard, that Corey is a fixer from way back in the day. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, boo. There you go. He done dropped the link for that video. When we reviewed the documentary, I believe it was either on Hulu or Netflix, one of them places, and we talked about the Girls Gone Wild. Yeah, Corey was security, but that's what I heard. I heard he was the fixer. That's what I heard. I don't know, because I don't know these people in real life. I don't know nothing. I'm telling you what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. So listen, I'm not saying that is true. But what I am saying is we can't just brush it off our shoulders so easily. That's all I'm saying. Corey stays quiet for a reason. He knows too much. He sure does know a lot, don't he? Corey know a lot, honey. Yeah, security knows the stuff. Security know. Thank you, Chanel, for the super chat, my love. Thank you for the full night. Are we at 215 yet? We got 240 people in here. Do we have over 200 likes? Please and thank you. Uh-oh, Tracy said, guess what she found? What you found, boo? Tracy, tell us what you found. All right. Okay, we over 200. Okay. You still have it in your you still have that in your DVR? Yes, Kim, I try. Hold on, let me check something before we move on. Because sometimes people be, oh, Lord. Thank you for the cash app, Stacy. Thank you for the $6. I ain't going to say how much you gave me, baby. I ain't mean to say. But thank you for the number of the day, boo. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. I wanted to check something before we move on, because sometimes my eye in the sky be listening sometimes. Sometimes my eye in the sky be listening sometime, and they might be saying stuff. So hold on, let me see if somebody, okay, no, nobody done said nothing. Okay. Yeah, security, hair, and makeup people. Yes, they do. Oh, Kelly got the lawsuit. I mean, not Kelly. Tracy got the lawsuit in Fulton County. All right, we're going to do the lawsuit. I'm going to come back and do that on the other channel. We're going to do the Kelly lawsuit. We do it on the other channel. Thank you, Tracy. What time is it? 7:14. Yeah, because I'm almost done, child. Yes, honey, Kim, my eyes in the sky. Can I tell y'all a secret? Can I tell y'all a secret? I'm telling y'all. See, this usually, I ain't done the members only in a long time. So I might have to go deeper in my members only. I'm gonna go deeper in the members only. I owe y'all. I owe my members one. I need to get y'all one before the end of the month for people who were gifted memberships, so y'all can get a members only. So I have to do a members only before the end of the month. So maybe this weekend, okay? But let me give y'all a little. I'm gonna give y'all a little breadcrumb, and then I'm gonna go deeper on members only. Let me give y'all a little breadcrumb, okay? Y'all know my eye in the sky ain't never gone nowhere, right? The eye in the sky been here. And sometimes stuff that I'm giving y'all is coming from the eye in the sky. I just don't announce it no more. I just don't say, oh, my eye in the sky said ... I just don't be saying it like that no more. But my eye in the sky still be dropping tea, okay? So can I tell y'all a secret? If you new here, y'all don't know what I'm talking about when I say my eye in the sky. But if you been here, you know what I'm talking about. My eye in the sky been put that Kardashian bug in my ear. That's all I'm going to say, though. I ain't going to go no deeper. I'm not going to go no deeper. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. My eye in the sky done already put that Kardashian bug in my ear. But that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Baby, y'all will be surprised to know who the eye in the sky is. The eye in the sky be hiding in plain sight, child. The eye in the sky be hiding in plain sight. So, former FBI Director James Comey has been charged with making false statements and obstruction of justice. Now, remember, his daughter just filed a lawsuit last week against the government for them firing her and all that other stuff that happened down. So now he's been indicted. Child, I'm so sick of this place. Kim, listen, you know, when me and you on the same page, we are on the same page, okay? Kim said Ray J been dropping breadcrumbs. He has. But here's the thing. And let me say this. I was having a conversation with somebody today. And remember, I told y'all a long time ago that when it comes, like, let's just use the Jaguar rights, for example. I told y'all a long time ago that I believe that there's an element of truth in a lot of what Jaguar rights says. It's just wrapped up in a lot of extra stuff, and it's wrapped up in my opinion, her mental illness, right? I feel the same way about people like Ray J. I think Ray J gets dismissed because we know he's a wild card. We know that he drinks and other things, and he's always in the shenanigans, and he's always got to mess with him. But what we're not going to pretend like is we're not going to pretend like Ray J, you know, don't know these people and ain't been around these people. And I ain't saying that what he's saying is true, though. That's all I'm saying. Moving right along. Okay. The latest update on the David, y'all know that they just gonna drop little tidbits every day until somebody get indicted. And like I said, I still stick to the fact that I think that he gonna get indicted very soon. Okay, this is on Comey. I'm gonna just read y'all a little bit on what they said about Comey. Comey, the alleged lies of obstruction relate to Comey's testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee regarding Trump's alleged ties to Russia during the 2016 presidential campaign. Federal prosecutors in Virginia had previously advised the U.S. attorney in that area that there was not sufficient evidence to charge Comey, and the U.S. attorney agreed. Trump then went after the U.S. attorney, whom he had appointed, and resigned under pressure. Comey is now the first FBI director to ever face a federal criminal charge. I'm so sick of this place. Okay. All right. So the latest update on David is the following. David's friends say they thought Celeste was his girlfriend, and they were shocked to find out she was 14. Friends who partied with a new singer David were under the impression that Celeste Rivers was his girlfriend and were shocked when news came out that she was only 14. Sources who party in the LA music scene tell TMZ they saw David and Celeste at parties and hangouts. It appeared to them they were a couple. We're told some of them were under the impression that she was a student at USC. The friends believe Celeste was around 19 years old and presented herself as such. TMZ, okay, now it's just going into her fake IDs. We know, remember they talked about yesterday she had fake IDs that allowed her into these places. And they said that the friends thought that she was over 18 because she hung out at places that had age restrictions. Another thing we're told is that David's contemporaries who were at these parties and hangouts were shocked that there was any remote connection between David and Celeste's death, something that has not been established as far as we know because his demeanor was super shy, soft-spoken, and gentle. As reported, okay, and we're just going on to what they've already told us. So that's the latest update on Celeste, on David and Celeste. Okay. Again, I expected indictment soon. I used to get in the club. Me too, Kim. I did too. I had a fake ID in college. Sure did. When I was high school into college. I had one in high school, and then I had another one in college. Corey, I never heard of him either until this unfortunate situation. So we have I have one last thing to talk about, and then we're gonna head over to Really Be TV reviews and talk about this Kelly Pharrell situation. I think I might start me a new segment called Really Be Rants, okay? Because this is getting ready to be a rant. All right. I want us to look at this video, and then I'm gonna have my little 2 cents to say about it. And then we're gonna get up off of here. We've been here an hour and a half. I think that's good. I look 12. I couldn't get into nothing. Child. You get the right bouncer at the right time, you'll be all right. So let's look at this clip. Jayden Daniels is the starting quarterback for my Washington Commanders. He won the Heisman Trophy. He was Rookie of the Year last year. He's had, so far, it's his second year in the NFL, and he's doing some really great things. His mother is his manager, and she's been getting some flack and some pushback about how overbearing it seems that she is. So I want to play this clip, and then I want to just give my little 2 cents, my little rant on it. So I'm going to let y'all look at this. And then I'm going to give my little rant on what his mama had to say. Okay?
know. He's a kid, and I don't know why we stop parenting kids at a certain age, but that's for a later show.
Sorry.
He's a kid, and I don't know why we stop parenting kids at a certain age, but that's for a later show. The thing is he doesn't know what he doesn't know, and he knows football. That's what he's been doing, and he does it very well. And he's been, very acclimated in sports since he was young, but he doesn't know the business world. He doesn't know the predators or the vultures that could be out there. And so he feels very comfortable in knowing that not only am I educated and qualified to do it, I'm also his mom. And, the thing is, I think we're changing the narrative that hasn't been out there. So it looks a little different than what people are used to, because not only am I, educated on that side, I'm also a certified agent, but I'm also his business manager. So I'm dealing on a day-to-day basis. Like, we have a marketing team that I hire, but I'm dealing with creative teams because, again, it's how I want Jayden to be positioned in the world. I don't want him to be positioned, just to go grab a brand deal for the money. Like, I want him to be positioned in the world, for the longevity. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't do because it doesn't align with our brand and what he wants to do.
So I saw this this morning. This was when I, first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I roll over and I scroll. So this was one of the first videos I saw this morning, and I started reading the comments, and I was kind of shocked at some of the comments that I saw. Now, there was a video that went viral over the summer where Jayden was at a basketball game and he was sitting next to, I believe she's a WNBA player or a college player. I can't remember, if I'm being honest. And like, they were sitting next to each other. And then like the next clip showed his mom sitting in between the two of them. And everybody was making a big deal about, oh yeah, his mama don't play. Look, his mama done sat between them. Oh, look, his mama done separated them. And it's turned into this whole meme about, his mother not letting him live his life, right? But if you actually followed that story, you will see that there was a whole nother clip later on in the game that showed Jayden sitting next to that girl again and his mother wasn't there. But they made such a big deal out of that. Here's where I was shocked, you guys. It really, the USC player, the young lady that Skylar was the young lady that hurt her leg in the last year, right before the or right in the first game of the NCAA playoff. I forget her name, but y'all know the young lady I'm talking about. Those of you that follow basketball, y'all know who I'm talking about. So the first thing people were talking about, they were like, he's not a child. Juju, thank you. That's her name, Juju. Thank you. He's not a child. He's 24 years old. He's not a child. He's grown. He's not a child. He's not a child. He's not a child. First of all, I think his mother understands that he's not a child like 16, 17. But if you listen to the rest of the clip, she explained what she was saying. She said, hey, I don't know why people think we're supposed to stop parenting our children just because they turn 18, but that's another conversation. And then she went on to explain what she meant. She said, listen, he knows football, and he knows football very well. What he doesn't know is the business world. What he doesn't understand is how these businesses are and how people will get you and people will take advantage of you. And so it's my job, not just because I'm his mother, but I think people are missing the part where she said, hey, I'm a certified agent. I went and I did the work, and I'm educated, and I am a certified manager. She said, I'm also his business manager. And we, his team, we are very clear about his image, what we want his image to be. And we are very careful about what products he endorses and what deals he picks up, because it's not just for the money, it's for the longevity. So here's where my frustration comes in, because 6 months ago, everybody was praising Deion Sanders for doing the exact fucking same thing with his kids. Six months ago, y'all was, and you know what I mean when I say y'all, you know, y'all was trying to get everybody to boycott the NFL because it's collusion against Deion Sanders and his sons. And when reports started coming out about how Deion Sanders was so hands-on and how Deion Sanders was might be the part of the reason why his son wasn't being drafted, y'all defended it. So what? Archie Manning did it for his son. Why Deion Sanders can't do it for his son? So it's funny to me how here's a woman, a black woman, who was protecting her black son, who did the work. Okay, she not just some chick that's saying I'm gonna run my son's career, but I don't know nothing. She did the work. She went and she became a certified agent in the NFL to the point where she can now legitimately run her son's career. And I didn't hear nobody complaining when Le'Veon Bell does it for his son. I didn't hear nobody complain about all of that. There it is right there. The Ball brothers did a dad all up in their business. Right. Well, they did complain about him. They did complain about him. But it's like, I'm listening to this and I'm like, what? It's like, so this woman, but here's the thing. But let Jayden Daniels, because the same way y'all are coming after Jayden Daniels' mama is the same people that's yelling at Travis Hunter, where's your mama? Because y'all are mad because y'all feel like he done got caught up with this white girl who's taking him for everything he got. See what I'm saying? You see how people can't win? The same people that's fussing about Travis Hunter talking about some, ooh, Travis Hunter out here, he done married this white girl, had a baby, and she gonna take him for everything, and how these women ain't no good, and they slide in the inboxes and the DMs, and they take advantage of these they take advantage of these players. But now the mama doing too much. Y'all gotta make up y'all mind. My cousin's son played for Jacksonville. He has been his agent and manager since high school. He refuses to let other people because he did the work to protect. Right. Am I on the web, the Real Housewives of Miami, whether you like it or not panel? Are they live right now? I mean, I am. I didn't know they were live right now. Because she's a woman. I remember when Shaquille O'Neal's mama, now let's take it all the way back 30 years when Shaquille O'Neal was a rookie. Shaquille O'Neal's mama had him on Shaquille O'Neal's mama had him on a what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Allowance. Shaquille O'Neal's mama had him on an allowance. And Shaquille O'Neal's mother started an organization for mothers of NFL players so that they could network and work together and share, share stories and share information to help their children. And it's like, I don't understand. Y'all can't have it both ways. Either we're protecting our boys or we're not. And you got this. I would much rather his mama be overprotective and be protecting him than have him out here willy-nilly. Now, if she was at the club every week throwing wands on the floor, twerking on the table, then y'all had something to say. But here we have an educated black woman who represents her son well, who speaks well, who did the work, and who was there protecting her son, and that's a problem. Y'all, we gotta make up our mind. I don't understand what's gonna make y'all happy sometimes. Yeah, talks about how his mom protected him. Exactly. Travis's wife's mother is black and her dad is Filipino. Travis's wife's mother is black. Oh, I thought she was white. No, thank you for letting me know. I thought the girl was white. I mean, I didn't know her. I don't know nothing about her. Okay, so she's Filipino and black. My bad. I thought she was white. I didn't know. Thank you for letting me know. They want him to have a LeBron mom. I'm just saying. Sure did. She had an intervention with him and his agent on him overspending. Thank you, Chanel. That's why people are scared of black women when they do the work we don't play. Usher, Shaq, Bow Wow, Marshawn Lynch. Exactly. Baby, Marshawn Lynch, for as hood as people want to say about Marshawn Lynch, baby, Marshawn Lynch never touched his NFL paycheck. I'm going to say that for the people in the back. Marshawn Lynch never touched his NFL paycheck. He lived off of the money from his endorsements. Like, I was just shocked when I read the comments that these people were really in these comments coming at her. And I'm just like, whoa. Now, let's be clear. In the 2 years that he's been in DC, we ain't got no scandals out of him. He ain't been arrested. Let me knock on some wood, child. But we don't have no scandals. By all accounts, he's a good guy. The players love him. He's gracious. He always speaks on his faith. He always speaks on his relationship with God. When we see him out, he's out having a good time, but he ain't out causing no problems. He went through college without no whole bunch of scandal. I think the biggest scandal he had was when he transferred schools, and then he ended up winning the Heisman Trophy. Y'all gotta make up y'all mind what the fuck y'all want from these people. That's my rant, child. I'm ranting. Baby, Marshawn is everywhere. So hold on. I guess the panel is live. Hold on, y'all. I ain't getting no listen. I saw the group chat was talking today, but I ain't gonna tell y'all no lies. I didn't even see what they were saying. So I didn't even get a notification. Oh, there it is right there. Well, I guess we're going live at 8 o'clock, child, to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami over on Yakutee's channel. All right, so we'll be over there. Scott, I ain't worried about Scotty. Scotty ain't even gonna be there. He don't look at Miami. But I'll be over there at 8 o'clock. So I do have the Kelly lawsuit. Well, child, let's go ahead and do it now then, and I'll just clip this video. Let's go ahead and talk about the Kelly lawsuit. Hold on. Tracy sent it to me, so let's go ahead and read it. I don't know when we're going to do Heart and Hustle, because I thought we were supposed to do it last night, and JoJo never did hit me back, so I have to check with JoJo, y'all. All right, let me go ahead. Hold on, let me pull it up. We'll go ahead and do the Kelly lawsuit, and then I'll just clip this and upload it on the other channel. Hold on. Because I'm sure it's not a long lawsuit. I'm sure it ain't going to take us long, child. Thank you, Tracy, for sending it. All right. All right, here we go. Let me see. I'm sure it's not a long lawsuit, child. Child, this don't even look real. Y'all. Baby, this poor thing. You can tell that somebody filed this themselves. They went online and downloaded the paperwork. Child, this ain't going to take us long. Hold on. Let me read through this. Hold on. Let me write down this timestamp so I know where I need to clip this video, honey. Let me share. Hold on. What? Child, let me share this screen. Child. 1 hour and 41 minutes. Child. Okay. Tracy said it's real. She defended herself. All right, so let's get into this Tracy. I was gonna say Tracy. This Kelly Farrell lawsuit that she's being sued by an employee. Let's read this lawsuit, honey. Let's go on and read it. As y'all can see, child. Okay, let's read it. Here's the claim. Plaintiff Sanaya Casey versus Nana's Chicken and Waffles / Kelly Farrell. As you can see, it was filed on August the 27th of 2025. So let's read into it. Facts. On July 8th, plaintiff and defendant entered into a binding agreement for plaintiff to work as a server at Nana's Chicken and Waffles, the Sandy Springs location, at a compensation of $2.13 an hour plus tips, and with tips to be paid every Monday and hourly wages bi-weekly. Plaintiff fulfilled all obligations under the agreement from July 8th to August the 15th, during which time plaintiff received only one payment for services rendered. Defendant failed to provide official payment documentation, including hours worked, deductions, and tax information for the payment issue. Defendant has failed to pay the agreed upon amount for services rendered despite repeated demands for payment via verbal communication, text messages, and emails. So basically that $18,000 is a lot of like attorney's fees and damages and stuff like that. Because if you started working in July and you filed this paperwork in August, that ain't but about 2 paydays. So I'm not mad at you, girl. You said, I'm not playing with you. I'm getting my money. Okay, I'm not playing with you. Give me my money. Plaintiff seeks $18,788.52 in lost wages, back pay, FLSA, liquidated damages, and emotional damages, plus legal fees with any other relief in court the court deems just. Hold on. All right, let's go. So this is how she done broke it down, child. $823 in wages owed, $1,646 in back pay, liquidated damages, $318 in liquidated damages from first only check, child. Lost apartment deposit due to financial instability. She said $350 in lost apartment deposit. $500 in back taxes due to defendant's failure to collect, file, or pay taxes. Baby, she said $10,000 in tuition reimbursement because she was forced to take a semester off school. Now, that's not funny. I'm not laughing at this young lady's having to withdraw from school, but it is funny that she's suing her for it. She said, I couldn't go to college this semester, and you owe me $10,000. $5,000 for emotional distress due to instability, and $150 tip reimbursement for serving as a sole server, busser, and hostess. She said, baby, I did it all. When I worked for you, I did it all. Now, she said sole server, busser, and hostess. So was you the only one working down to the Sandy Springs, girl? You was the only one working down to the Sandy Springs? Okay, let's read the rest of this lawsuit. It's not that long, y'all. Let's read what she has to say. Okay, we didn't already read that. I'm not reading all this breakdown. Okay, I don't want to put her information out there. So here's the spreadsheet, y'all. She didn't put her spreadsheet in here. Baby, she done broke down where she worked, training, orientation. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, she's not playing with Kelly. She said, baby, you owe me for my training 10 hours at $7.25 an hour. You owe me $72.50. Okay. Week 1, she put down here what she worked. Baby, she didn't make no money on the first day from tips. Girl, what you was doing, you didn't make no tips. The people not tipping down to the nanas. But on August the 2nd, she made $157 for 6 hours. So in 4 hours, you didn't make no tips? Oh, you were still in training. Got it. Okay, she was still in training, y'all. But her first real day on the job, she made $157 in tips. I ain't mad at you. She said she was only paid $211.47, leaving $107 unaccounted for. Baby, she's not playing with Kelly. Baby, she got a spreadsheet. Oh, here go another spreadsheet. She said from week 2, Kelly owed her $427. She broke it down per day. Baby, why you not making no tips? You only work 3 hours right here, and you didn't make no tips in 3 hours. They not tipping down to the nanas. Y'all couldn't get that girl $5 for y'all waffles. Week 3, she broke it down. Okay, $289.53 for a grand total $823 that Kelly owed her. Baby, she attached her schedule. She said, listen, this Just let you know I was on the clock. Here go my schedule, okay? She got the schedule right here. All the days that she was on the schedule that she worked. She showed y'all them screenshots. Oh, now this her emailing to human resources. Kelly listen, Kelly has a human resources, y'all. Because I was ready to see a text message directly to Kelly's phone, but she got human resources. So here was her text message. What's the email? Sorry. There's the email. It says, hey. Now, Sanaya, that's not how you start an email. See, I have to do this with my students. You don't start no email saying, hey. You say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello. But you don't start Sanaya now. But let me read it. It says, hey, it's been about 3 weeks since I was hired/trained. I have yet to receive $1 from any training and or shift I've worked. Everyone had received their Sanaya, Grammarly, baby. If you send in a professional email, it needs to be professional. Everyone has received their paychecks. Everyone received, you should just say received. Everyone received their paychecks last week except for me. That would have been a better way of saying this, but you said everyone had received their paychecks last week but me. And you wrote their apostrophe R-E, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E, which is really they are paychecks and not their, which really should be T-H-E-I-R. Grammarly, baby. I'm with you now. If this lady owe you money, I'm with you. But if you're going to put it out here. Okay. As my colleagues told me, we are to receive our tip out every Monday. Well, now you remember the comma. You remember to put the comma right there. Well, comma, that's appropriate. Monday just passed, and I didn't receive a Zelle of my tip out from last weekend, nor a message / transparency regarding it. Now, see, that sentence is a beautiful sentence. The way you worded that is beautiful. I don't know what happened at the beginning of this email, but that was a beautiful sentence, okay? I just wanted to reach out and see what's going on about that side of things. Okay. Now, you had a rough start, but the rest of that, okay. All right. Okay, so there's that text message, okay. Now, this is, okay, so this is showing, I can't read that, baby. And if I can't read it, the court can't read it. I don't know what that is right there. It says, hey, Gigi. I don't know who Gigi is. But it looks like you got $211.14. What you told us back in your spreadsheet, you showed us. You said that's all you've been paid. Okay. Now, whoever that is responded. Okay. This didn't photocopy well, Sanaya. You should have done this in color. Why did you do this in black and white? See, Sanaya, you were supposed to take this down to the Staples and print this out in color. Because that blue is not going to show up. This must have been an iPhone because that blue bubble is not showing up. All we see is the black bubble. So we can't see this full conversation. You should have went down to the Staples and you should have got these in color so we can read them. Because we want to read it all. You got the spreadsheet looking all professional and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I do not mean to have this lady phone number up here. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. Don't nobody call these people. Don't call these people. Okay. It says, let me check and I'll hit you back. So that was on August the 6th. See, we don't know what was said because who is saying I'll hit you back? Because is that HR responding to you saying I'll hit you back? That's not how HR should respond when you're inquiring about your money. Because it says, let me check and I'll hit you back. Who is hitting who back? And then it says, I received no check for you today, hun. I'll keep checking. See, I want to read what's in the blue bubble. You got us all vested in this story, and now we don't even have half of the bubble. So I don't know what Sanaya said. Sanaya must be in the blue bubble. So then it says, I totally understand, and I really wish I could have helped you more. I'm going to relay your message to HR in the meantime. I wish you all the best, Sanaya. You have an awesome spirit. Keep striving, girly. See, we don't know who she's talking to. But that was August the 18th. So now, okay, so Sanaya sent another email. Let's read this one. Okay. Let's read this email. Okay. Y'all ready? Okay. This is to Human Resources. Dear Nana's Chicken and Waffles. See, I like that's a lot better than hey. I'm writing to express my profound disappointment and disbelief regarding the outstanding payments that are owed to us. It is incomprehensible to me that you can disregard our hard work and dedication without feeling any obligation to compensate us fairly. We have consistently given our all to your business, and it is deeply unprofessional to deny us what we rightfully deserve. The lack of communication, urgency, and basic sympathy in addressing this matter is appalling. Your failure to acknowledge and rectify this situation has left us with no alternative but to pursue legal action. Whether or not you choose to fulfill your financial obligations, the damage has already been done. Your blatant disregard for our livelihood is unacceptable, and we will not stand idly by while you continue to disrespect and exploit your staff. Therefore, I am formally notifying you of our intent to take legal action against Nana's Chicken and Waffles. I sincerely hope that you have all of your affairs in order, as this course of action is now unavoidable. Your actions have demonstrated a complete lack of integrity, and we will seek justice through the appropriate legal channels. Sincerely, Sanaya Casey. Listen, Sanaya, that is a great use of ChatGPT. That is, listen, I love ChatGPT. And I have been using ChatGPT, and it works wonders. Baby, that is a beautifully written email that you ran through ChatGPT. But here's my question. I only have one question for you, Sanaya. Girl, who the fuck is we? Who is we? Why are you speaking plural? Why is this email as if you are filing a class action lawsuit? Girl, you filed for you and you alone. See, that's the thing about ChatGPT. It's going to give you what you ask. And if you put in the ChatGPT that they're not paying people, then they're going to put everything plural. When all reality, it's just you, girl. That's the only thing. Now, that is a beautifully written email. It is. That's beautiful. Baby, I know ChatGPT when I see it. That's ChatGPT. That's Chat. That's not Grammarly. Because see, Grammarly, girl, you don't go from starting the email with hey to starting the email with Dear Nana's Chicken and Waffles. Look at that first email and look at that email. That ain't Grammarly. Yeah, even in ChatGPT, you have to proofread your work. Now, listen, this is what I'm going to say. Now, I've been clowning because that's what we do over here, okay? But what I'm going to say, though, is, Kelly, it don't matter. Pay that lady her money. Now, if you hired that lady or you trained that lady, you had that lady on that floor carrying them damn chicken and waffles and that syrup and butter, and you see how she wasn't even getting tipped half the time, and you can't pay that lady, it's not that much money, Kelly. Girl, it was $800. Right, that's true, Tam. That's not the cash tips. You're right. So the cash tips she put in her back pocket. You're right, Tam. Tam, that's a valid point. Those tips that we see on the spreadsheet, those are the tips that, you know how when you go to the restaurant and you write in the tips so it just come off your credit card or your debit card rather than putting cash on the table. You're right, Tam. So she probably did get a little cash in her pocket. But Kelly, girl, that was $800. Why you can't pay that lady that $800? Because now she done added her tuition, her security deposit, first and last month's rent. She done included water for the food for her puppy. She done included the grocery bill. She done added everything down to that, and that's how she came up with that $18,000. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not even mad at her. Now I don't know what the judge is gonna say, but I'm not even mad at her. And you know what else I'm not mad at, Sanaya? Baby, Sanaya did not waste no time. Y'all know, y'all always talking about why these people wait so long. Why these people? Baby, Sanaya didn't. Baby, that email was dated August the 18th. And Sanaya filed that lawsuit on August the 25th. She is not playing with you, Kelly. Kelly, if you don't call that girl and Zelle her that $800, Girl, just round it up to 1,000. I think Sanaya would take $1,000. I think if you just zailed her $1,000 right now, I think she would be fine. I'm still confused how you have a tuition bill and you didn't attend class that semester. Yeah, Real Housewives of Atlanta is still filming, honey. You pay the bill before the semester. Now, if you withdraw before a certain date, they'll reimburse you your money. But you pay that bill, baby. Listen, I don't know what college you go to, but baby, you couldn't move into the dorm and if you had a bill. Or if you hadn't made like legitimate payment arrangements, like either you better have them loans or them scholarships already on the books, or you better have that, shit. Yeah, I try to, Tam said that's why I always try to tip in cash. Yeah, they say you should tip in cash so they can get their money up front. They don't have to wait for it. Yeah, and they don't have to put it on their taxes. True. Kelly didn't have no issues paying her glam squad. Well, according to her former glam person that now works with Britt, he alluded to the fact that sometimes they didn't get paid on time. He didn't come right out and say it, but he was like, well, Britt pays on time. I mean, you alluding to the fact that other people don't, and the only other person you was working for was Kelly. So, but anyway, y'all, that is the Kelly lawsuit. Again, they are filming, so it may or may not be addressed on camera. But I feel like Kelly, you could just zail that lady. I feel like you could just zail her $1,500, and we'll never hear from her again. Exactly, Sierra. You might be able to add your classes, but baby, if they don't have no money, and I know dorm-wise, you can't move in. Grammarly is more succinct, I think. I usually only use Grammarly after I've already written something to check my grammar. I've never used Grammarly to help me write something. So I've never used it for that. So it could be Grammarly, child, but I think it's chat. Thank you, TT. TT said, I'm going to clip this and send it to that hater that tried to come at you sideways on X. Got you on your professional Tisha-ish grade and little Sanaya. Ciao. I read on Twitter where Kelly's lawyer responded and she offered to make her whole, but she denied the offer. She wants the $18K. Okay, now, thank you, Jess Marie, for adding that. Well, then, baby, Sanaya, you overplaying your hand, girl. Sanaya, you are overplaying your hand. Nobody's going to give you $18,000 for 2 weeks worth of work down to the chicken and waffles. Now, if she offered to send you your money, baby, you should have took it. Ain't no judge. Listen, I've watched a lot of judge. First of all, nobody is giving you $10,000 for tuition for this semester. No one's doing that. Nobody is doing that. So first of all, if that's what you're saying, that they tried to offer you the money, but you didn't want it, baby, you overplaying your hand. You overplaying your hand, baby. You better take. Again, I probably would negotiate for about 15. You say the lady owe you 800, I probably would settle for 2,000. 1,500, maybe. But you're not getting 18,000, baby. You just not. Now, you might be able to get a little bit of pain and suffering, but you're not getting tuition. The semester ain't even over yet. You're not getting your security deposit on an apartment. Because listen, y'all don't want me to go there. Because I got to get ready to go and head on over to y'all's house. But don't do that. Stop playing. You're not getting no security deposit on an apartment based off of a job you just started in July. Girl, stop. Right. The lawyer, well, she don't have a lawyer, so she's representing herself. But still, you could settle. Listen, I would have, if Kelly hit me up and said, girl, how much you want for this to go away? I probably would have started at $5,000 and negotiated down. But I'd have been like, $5,000, I'll shut up. And then Kelly would have probably been like, girl, I only owe you 800. And then I'd have said, well, I mean, 45 then. And then Kelly might have said, girl, I'll give you 1,000. And then I would have been like, well, 3,500, I'll shut up for real. And then I'll say it was all a big misunderstanding. And Kelly might have said, baby, I'll give you 2,000. And I'd have been like, my Zelle is Da 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 boo doo doo woo. And I went on about my day. Yeah, we already talked about Diddy, child. We've been on here for 2 hours. We about to get off of here. We talked about Diddy a few minutes ago. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. Meet me over at y'all's house so we can talk about these housewives down to the Miami, honey. And y'all know the finale is tonight, and the reunion starts next week. I'll talk to y'all later, though. Peace. Thank you, Just Marie, for that information. I'm sorry, that's not Marie. Marty for that information. Thank you, boo.